we get paid the same by all the banks. You don't have to pay us. We work for free for you. We just have to work in your best interest and find you the best products.
If you were to walk into a bank, yes, you can tell them everything, but they'll be like, okay, we have this product and we have this product.
Yeah.
As a broker, well, we have all these products from all these different lenders and all of these products from all these other lenders. You have more options and more choice. Just because you walk into your bank doesn't mean you're going to get the best outcome.
Welcome everyone, this is the Finance Matters podcast. My name is Rahul, this is Adrian, and we are from the team Lenders Club. And the topic for today is bank versus brokers.
Oh, it's a big topic, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now if you want to get a loan, let's say I'm a regular 9 to 5 working person and I work and I bank with one of the big four.
Okay.
And then why can I not just walk into the branch? I know everyone there, they treat me well. Why can I just not go in there and ask for a loan?
No one's saying you can't, but the reason is why. And the reason why is, how do you know that that is the right bank for you? You don't. Yes, they treat you well, but that's not going to help you get a loan of several $100,000.
Yeah.
This is why people use brokers. A broker is not confined to one bank. If you walk into one of the big four, you're confined to whatever they offer.
Big four or any other bank you are.
Any other bank, of course.
Yeah.
You're confined to all they offer. As a broker, if you were to come to me and go, look, Rahul, I'm not going to give you the elevator pitch of we have 40 lenders and we can do this and that. All I'm going to say is, Rahul, we're going to find the best product for you.
Yeah.
And so I will, as a broker, or many brokers will scour the lenders on their panel, the rates, your scenario, whatever it may be. You want to buy a home, you want to buy an investment, whatever it may be. We will then find the best situation for you. If you were to walk into a bank, yes, you can tell them everything, but they'll be like, okay, we have this product and we have this product.
Yeah.
As a broker, well, we have all these products from all these different lenders and all of these products from all these other lenders. You have more options and more choice. Just because you walk into your bank doesn't mean you're going to get the best outcome.
True. So basically, like if I go to Harvey Norman, they will only offer me the product that Harvey Norman offers.
Of course.
If good guys have a better offer going on at the same product at a lower rate, they can offer me that. So Harvey Norman would not offer me the same thing.
No.
So that is pretty much similar to going to a broker, I assume. Like we can offer you the best offers that any bank has to offer for you, or any lender has to offer to you. If you walk into, let's say, ANZ, they are only going to offer you what the best ANZ has to offer, which might not be the best offer for you in the market today.
That's right.
So that is one of the reasons. It doesn't matter what bank you are with. At the end of the day, they might not be the right choice for you. They might be, but they might not be. So having that extra options, having access to those extra options, and having a knowledge of the market, that is what a broker can provide to you.
By you walking into this bank, you know, you said they treat you well, right? They look after you and they're going to help you get your home loan. But how do you know that they actually have your best interest at heart?
Yeah, so speaking of best interest, it's not just a vague term, because brokers have a best interest duty. Now what that means is that by law, we are required to work in the best interest for the customer, and there are audits around that. Each quarter, each 6 months, or every year, there are random audits for random files for us, and if they sniff it out that we had some other interest that we did not comply with, and we went to the wrong lender for the client, we may lose our accreditation. So for us, it is our livelihood. It's our livelihood that we have to work in the best interest for the client.
And you know something that's very interesting? The banks don't have that.
Yeah, because banks do not have other options. They can only provide the best option that they have.
Exactly.
So technically, it's not even relevant to them.
That's right. And we see this all the time where clients will just go straight to the bank because it's the bank that they have always banked with for several years. They'll get a pre-approval or a loan, or they'll want to get a loan from there. And they may find that their borrowing is actually less at that bank because of policy, things like that, which we're going to touch on later. But that's just another reason. I had a client that I'm not going to name the bank, but he went into the bank. They said they can only borrow $500,000. But he then came to me and we looked at some different options. And was actually able to borrow $600,000 at a different lender.
Yeah.
So that's why there's all these different options. If you were to say go into Harvey Norman to buy a pair of headphones, you definitely want to look around for the best price. And that's just a product you buy once. For a home loan, that's something you're paying every month over the next 30 years. So you definitely want to make sure you're getting the best product and the best rate for you.
Yeah, and it goes deeper than that in some instances as well. Like, let's say on paper, I'm just giving an example of one bank. Let's say I'm with ANZ and I'm a nurse. And I go to ANZ, I'm like, yeah, this is the loan that I want. And they offer me the lowest rate in the market. But I still have to pay LMI, the lender's mortgage insurance. Now as a nurse, I just think, okay, this is the best rate that in the market. But there are other lenders who waive off LMI for nurses. ANZ will not tell you that. That competitor, this bank, in this case, who does that is St. George and Westpac. They will waive off the LMI for nurses. So this knowledge will not be provided to you by the bank, but the broker will be able to tell you that. So that in itself, even with the lower rate and everything that ANZ is offering you, it's a big advantage, much bigger than the lower rate that you'll be paying on.
And under the best interest duty, it would be in the best interest of the client to go with either of these lenders that offer that LMI waiver, because that can save them several thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Because of their specific role they're in. And so different lenders will have these different policies.
Yeah.
And so if that client was always an ANZ banker, if you're using ANZ in this example, they would not have known that. So that actually leads into another point I want to talk about, which is loyalty to the bank.
Before you get into that, just one more thing, which I get all the time. Like, how much do I have to pay a broker to do that? How much more will a bank pay to the broker? That's not how it works. We get paid the same by all the banks. You don't have to pay us. We work for free for you. We just have to work in your best interest and find you the best products. Banks will pay us regardless. If I take you to ANZ or a tier 2 lender or a tier 3 lender, they will pay us exactly the same amount. So there is no incentive for us to take you to a particular bank. Now, yeah, coming back to
exactly. That's a very good point, because it is a frequently asked question. We do get that a lot. Absolutely free. So back to what I was saying, loyalty to the bank. That client that you said with that bank, that they'd walked in to get a loan, and you said that may not be the right product for them. Let's say they didn't go to a broker and they had gone with that lender, and then they'd spoken to a friend and said, oh, I'm a nurse too, and I went to this lender because I got an LMI waiver. Well, I didn't know that. I had to pay $11,000 of LMI. I didn't know that. He's like, well, no, I didn't go with that bank. I went with someone else.
Yeah.
Loyalty can hurt your wallet.
Exactly.
Loyalty to the bank. You could be with your lender for 15 years and they still might not offer you a better rate or a better policy than another lender. So how do you really know that your bank that you trust with all your money is going to give you the best loan option? If you don't compare it. Like I said earlier, you're going to be paying this every month for every year. You want to, for the next 30 years, you want to make sure that it is right for you and that your loyalty to the bank isn't restricting you from getting a better deal elsewhere. And we see that all the time.
That is what we call a loyalty tax. If you are just going to your bank, they are charging you and they are giving you higher interest rates compared to other banks. Just because you're loyal to them, you're paying them more. So this is what we call in our language a loyalty tax.
That's exactly right. Now, another thing when we spoke about if you will go directly into the bank, you said they're only going to offer their products, right? So how do we know that that product is going to be better than maybe another bank's product? So the lack of competitive knowledge of what's around them can hurt them as well.
Yeah, we have one tool where we can just log in and compare the rates of 40 different lenders at any given time. I get clients calling me at 10:30 in the night and be like, "Oh, this is what my situation is. What is the best rate that you can offer me?" Especially in these times when the banks, everyone is like coming out of the fixed rates, and everyone is looking to refinance. They want to know what's the best deal in the market. So they just get this notification from the bank at 10 p.m. or something, an email from them that you are coming out of a fixed rate in the next 3 weeks, and I got to get a call. I just need to log into my tool and I just see which is the best offer, which is the best rate, who has the best cashback offers. That's it.
The revert rate might not always be the best. So
exactly. It's also about the accessibility to the lender. Like if you're working 9 to 5, the bank lender is also working 9 to 5. You don't have the time to deal with them after that. They would not give you the time of the day. Whereas a broker, they will be available, as I just said, 10:30 in the night, I get a call. Be it Friday, be it Saturday night, I have to pick up the call and deal with the clients and give them the assurance and give them the services. Which your bank or the lender may not do.
We're writing emails at all hours of the night. Sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and check, and you just have to do it because you want to help the client. So look, one last thing I want to touch upon is policy. That bank you'd be looking at their policy only, whereas how do we know that there'd be another policy that's actually saving the client some money?
Yeah, I mean, especially for investors and even for first-home buyers or someone, like you don't know what policy accepts, what other banks' policies are. So if you're an investor and you are just sticking with your bank, or if you're just going to, let's say, the big four, and they are not allowing you that extra borrowing capacity, which a tier 2 or tier 3 lender might allow, which can make you buy that next purchase, that next investment property in your portfolio, which might allow you to add that. So you miss out on those things just by sticking with your bank. Whereas if you go to a broker, we can compare the borrowing capacity, the limit, the policies of other lenders, which might allow you to do that. So there is one more reason why brokers have a complete edge in the market. We have the stats as well, like how many loans that brokers write as opposed to what banks wrote in the last.
It's above 70% now.
Yeah.
It's well above.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, those limitations on specific banks' policies. Like I said with the loyalty, if they're so adamant they want to stay with this one bank, that may hinder them from getting that next property on their portfolio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, because it's a different lender, I'm not too sure. Well, actually, that lender has a better policy, which will give you a much higher borrowing capacity to purchase that home you've been looking for.
Yeah.
So another reason. So we have edges. We have that edge as well.
Absolutely. Like we know, like okay, this bank will shade the rental income to 90%, while other banks, if you just go to your bank, they might shade it to 70%. So that again decreases your borrowing capacity by heaps.
Exactly.
Let's say some of these lenders will assess negative gearing differently than your major lenders, then that will also allow you that higher borrowing capacity.
But is the bank going to tell them that?
Bank doesn't even know that.
Exactly.
They don't know what other banks are doing because these policy changes happen every day. A broker has to be on track and keep track of all of these changes every day. So we are on top of these things, which a bank obviously would not even have access to.
So we always have to be in the know of these changes, and we get constant emails. We're always talking with our BDMs.
I'm not saying every broker is, but any good broker would.
We're good brokers, I think. I'd like to think.
Yeah,
I'd like to think.
Time will tell.
We'll see. But yeah, that's right. We have to constantly be on the ball with our lenders and our BDMs and see if there are any policy changes. Another thing we also do is we attend webinars as well for any changes. So we always have to be in the loop of these new policy changes, because something that may have worked with a specific lender 6 months ago may not be the case now, or vice versa. So we always have to be in that know. And the client, if they were to go straight into their local branch at their preferred bank, might not know that, and that might be hindering their ability to progress their portfolio. So look, instead of sticking with one apple, come to a broker and feed from 40 to 50 different apples and see what we can do in terms of getting you the best rate on the market and the best product that suits you.
How do you like them apples? Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Take care, guys.